Welcome back, guys! So today we're going to be looking at the brand new characters that came to Injustice 2 Mobile in the update 1.8 today. So really quickly, if you guys have been coming from the other video of my chest opening, the Injustice 2 Justice League Premium Hero chest opening, the power-up chest opening video, you'll know that if you want to save money and you want to get these characters still, you'll just wait until you can get them in arena mode. If you don't have Mythic Wonder Woman, you need to be opening chests to get her. She is the best character in the entire game, still is the best character in the entire game, and after we run through these characters, you're going to realize how good she actually is now. So, if we run through the new characters, okay, let's start with Justice League Cyborg. So, he's a tech class hero, he's the lowest threat out of all of them, and he's comes out at only 60 shards. So, after a life-threatening accident, the body of Victor Stone has... Yo, Juan, thank you for the subscription. Victor Stone has reconstructed his body... I just got completely lost. Okay, Carver and 59,000, what up? Okay, so... sorry, after a life-threatening accident, the body of Victor Stone was reconstructed by his father into an organic computer with biometric body parts. As Cyborg, he is immune to stun attacks, generating power from them instead, and each of his fellow Justice League teammates gain an increased damage on basic attacks. You get his shards in Special Arena Event. You get them in Special Arena Event through the Justice League power-up chest right here, and through the Justice League Ultimate Pack for Gold Heroes. This thing right here. It's $99, but if you can afford it and you want it, go for it. Okay, so, if we're looking at him, he is probably my favorite new addition to the entire game. I think he's going to be my second best character. I'm going to show you why in a minute. Don't judge me yet. Okay, so let's look at his abilities and stuff. Immune to stun, that's nice. Adjust power by 1 when targeted by stun attack, that's nice. That means that he gets power every time someone tries to stun him. I hope that it means when he's blocking, he gets power. But if he has to actually, like, not take damage from the stun, you know, if he just has to not block, then he's still taking damage from the stun. So I think it's most likely going to be that he just has to, you know, stand there and block. And if he's targeted by it, then he gets the extra power. Additionally, his passive, when you level it up, the adjustment to the power also goes up. So it'll be 2 bars, 3 bars, whatever you want to call it when he gets to level 5. The best part about him, the best part about any of these characters, is this portion right here. 200% Justice League teammates damage for basic jump, tag, rush, ranged, crouch attacks, whatever, right? Essentially, this means that any of your Justice League team will have plus 200% damage just by having him on their team. Now, when he's up to 5 stars, this jumps up to 300% Justice League damage. I've seen the card, it goes up to 300% Justice League damage. That's insane. So we're going to talk why that's amazing in a minute. It's only to basic attacks, it's not to abilities or super moves or whatever, right? Cyber Charge just does damage, Cyber Strike just does damage, but also Power Drain, so that's really nice. And then his Special 3 just does damage. I've seen it, it just does damage. Stats, health, and damage, kind of normal, kind of boring, whatever you want to call it, right? He's, as I said, he's the weakest of the Justice League characters. I'm going to run through why he's the best, in my opinion, in a minute. Batman. Seems awesome. Agility class? What? Usually Batman has an advantage over Wonder Woman because he is a tech class. So it's usually cool because he can stun Mythic Wonder Woman or whoever, and it'll do massive damage to him because he's tech class. This is a agility class, so he actually gets, he has the disadvantage against Wonder Woman because she's a might class, and might has an advantage over agility. So, kind of a weird choice there. Why is he fast? Like, I'm very confused. Anyway, highest threat out of the 3 new Justice League characters comes out at 3 stars. As Gotham City's greatest vigilante, Bruce Wayne works to bring together a team of heroes in order to save the world, granting each of his fellow Justice League teammates a shield that ignores ability damage once per battle. In addition, Batman gains an armor-piercing boost to all abilities upon using his special one, essentially grounded ability. You get his shards in an arena event. So you get him in arena, in an arena season. Okay, you don't buy him with hero medals, and you don't get him the same way you get Cyborg. Just real quick, forgot to mention Cyborg. Cyborg is going to jump onto the enemy team during these special arena events. So what's going to happen is they're going to say from March 1st to March 30th, whatever dates, right? This arena event is going on where you can get Cyborg shards. And it means that during that time, if you pick a team that's got 3 characters on it, one of those 3 characters is going to get swapped out, and Cyborg, the Justice League Cyborg, is going to jump in instead of that character. And when you win that arena match against Cyborg, you're going to get shards for that character. I don't know what the limit is. I don't know how many shards you get. I don't know how often he shows up, but we'll see. We'll see how he works. Either way, that's how you get him. It's a new thing for Arena that we've never seen before. Okay, so Batman's abilities, or his passives, Ability 1 gives Batman armor-piercing ability for 3 seconds. So that means that all of his abilities will be armor-piercing for 3 seconds. That means that it ignores all defense for the enemy characters. That's awesome, right? Because defense is one of the most important, it is the most important thing for increasing team threat and survivability in the entire game. So you'll be able to knock out a character with abilities after you use Grounded, which costs 3 though. So to be able to make use of this, you want to use Grounded, which is 3, after you've got enough power, 7 bars of power, to use another ability. So either Grounded again, so 2 Groundeds, one of them not being armor-piercing, the second one being armor-piercing, or Fiery Stun Bomb right after you used Special 1, right? That's pretty cool. Ignore damage for Justice League teammates from opponent's first ability, 1, 2, or 3. Cool, so that just means that all of your Justice League characters each get to tank 1 ability from the enemy team without taking any damage. Great. That's better than Armored Superman because he only gets it 1 time for himself, whereas Justice League will be the entire team. That's pretty sweet. Fiery Bomb. Really kind of butthurt about this one, guys. It just does damage and damage over time. Damage over time is great because that essentially doubles the damage of Fiery Bomb. But it's not stun, guys. It's not a stun bomb. It means that it's just a damage attack. So. And then his special 3 is a damage attack also. So that just means all damage, all day. He's a DPS character. That's it. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Right, guys? Like, he gets to ignore armor, so that's great. But he also doesn't get to stun lock, which is kind of... I don't know. I think I'd rather stun, guys. But either way, whatever. You got what you got. Okay, so the third Justice League character, third and final Justice League character that was added is Justice League Aquaman, okay? So, he is a Might class, that's nice. He looks freaking sweet. Half-human and heir to the throne of Atlantis, Arthur Curry may revive a fallen teammate of any class upon using his From the Deep super move. In addition, Aquaman grants fellow Justice League teammates armor piercing on their basic attacks. And you get him the same way you get Batman, which is just in the arena season reward. Okay? So, we read through his passive. Primordial Power. Aquaman's super move revives 1 fallen teammate with 22.5% health at level 3, because I already unlocked this guy, right? So it started out at 15, and it goes up by 2.5 every single time. So it's going to be 27.5 health at star rating 5. Okay, so 27.5, that's almost, that's a little bit over 1/4 of their health. Nice, okay. And all you gotta do is use his super move, and one of your characters comes back. I don't know how you pick which one comes back. If 2 of them are dead, maybe 1, it's just random. I don't know. But then the cool part is, well, that's pretty cool by itself. But the cool part is 80% chance to armor pierce for Justice League teammates on basic tag, jump, all the basic attacks, right? And just not specials and super moves again. So that's pretty freaking sick. Because at star rating 5, it's going to be 100% chance for armor piercing. That means that every basic attack ignores defense. Okay, so that means that whoever you're using just is going to be pretty overpowered. And especially if you've got Cyborg on the team, also dealing 300% damage and being armor piercing. That's really good, guys. So he's got damage as a special 1, damage and slowing power generation on his special 2, and then just damage on special 3 again. But you guys see that it's not draining power from the enemy team, it's slowing their power generation. And it goes up by 1% every time you level it up. So at level 60, it's going to probably be 70% power generation slowing. It doesn't tell you how long the power generation slowing lasts. It doesn't tell you whether this is a damage over time thing. I'm guessing it's not. It's just going to be straight damage, and it slows their power generation for however long that person may be tagged in. That's my guess. I don't know. I'll have to check it out and play through. I'm going to have a video on how to use him and how to play him later. But he's pretty good because he makes all of your Justice League characters armor piercing, right? That's great. So, why? I'm going to go over Hellboy in a minute, but why did I say Cyborg is the best on the entire team?
Wonder Woman.
Boom! Sorry for the ear rape. You're welcome. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Wake up. Mythic Wonder Woman. Let's just read the change to her card here, guys. Let's just read the change. In addition, as a member of the Justice League, Diana benefits from the passive abilities of Justice League teammates, bro! Okay, so that means that this character, my character, at threat level 161,000, when she hits somebody, she does anywhere from 800 to 1,200 on her basic attacks, okay? On her basic critical attacks, by the way, and I've got 75% chance, so that should be most of them. I can build up her critical attack damage, if I wanted to do way more, if I really wanted her to have a lower threat but be absolutely killer, right? That means that every basic attack is going to be times by 3 because of the 300% boost from Cyborg. If I've also got Aquaman, Justice League Aquaman on my team, every single one of those will ignore defense. So I'm going to be doing 3,000 damage per hit to enemy teams, ignoring defense because of Cyborg's boost and Aquaman's ignore, what's it called? Ignore defense, essentially, through the armor pierce. So she's got armor piercing on special 1, she's got armor piercing special attack, or regular attacks, and she's got 300% boosted damage because of the characters that are on her team. What? She's gonna be insane, boys! So now I think my best... Yo, thank you very much, Sterling Decker. Welcome to a video. She is going to be... My best team is going to be her, Cyborg, and Aquaman. If you threw in Batman instead of one of the two, then that'd be great. But I'll tell you why the Aquaman, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman are going to be my best 3. It's because you've got a tank in Cyborg because he's not supposed to deal damage, right? He's just supposed to be there and tank and support your team when you need them to deal damage to somebody. So we've got a tank in Cyborg. We've got a tank in Mythic Wonder Woman because she's got bracelet block, okay? So you've got 2 tanks essentially on your team because she's got bracelet block, having no damage dealt to her from that, and then you've got Cyborg that can just die if you need him to die. Then you've got support on your team through Cyborg because he's giving her the boost in damage. You've got the support from Justice League Aquaman. Then you've also got the support from Cyborg because he can drain power from the enemy team. You've got the support from God dang, I'm going to say that all the time. Justice League Aquaman because he can slow power generation off special 2. So now you've got 2 tanks and 2 supports, and then you've got 1 massive damage character. Bigger than any other damage in the entire game so far. So definitely make sure you're getting these Justice League characters. Make sure you've got Mythic Wonder Woman boosted all the way you possibly can. She's going to be a monster as long as they don't make any changes. Additionally, if you guys had seen the changes to different characters in the game, Bracelet Block now reflects 60% essentially, 59.5% of incoming damage, which actually does a massive amount of damage to the enemy team, guys. So be aware of that. Then, the last thing we've got is Hellboy. And by the way, that bracelet block is for every character that's got super shield, essentially, right, guys? So Hellboy, he's an arcane class. As a member of the Bureau for Paranormal Research and Defense, Hellboy has defended the world from fiends, witches, demons, and more than a few Lovecraftian gods. A specialist in monster disposal, he gains boosts from to his attack and defense when facing arcane opponents and heals from incoming damage over time attacks. So let's read it real quick. 10%, his box full of evil passive, 10% attack and defense against arcane opponents. Nice. Okay, cool. So when he's up to 5-star, that might go up. I'm not 100% sure. I do apologize. I don't know if that actually is going to go up to maybe 50%, 20%. Who knows? We'll have to find out. The other piece is 60% of damage over time heals instead of taking damage. Maximum 3% health per tick. So essentially, if you put if you level him up, it might be 100% of damage over time heals instead of taking damage. And that means that if you're facing a really good character that does damage over time, it could be 100% of that would be his full health bar, right? So you can't just immediately get a full health bar if someone does damage over time. So they've put this thing in there that says maximum 3% health per every time you were supposed to take damage in that damage over time section. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice because if you're fighting against arcane class characters, you get an attack and defense boost to this character, which will give him a massive advantage over people. I'm not sure if he can go past 75% defense, though. That wouldn't make any sense. If there were 3 characters on the other team that were arcane characters, he should take 0 damage because he would have 100% defense. So I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be worth too much when it comes to the defense, because he already should be maxed out at 75% defense if you're playing him correctly, right? So his special 1, 2, and 3 are just damage. None of them do damage over time. None of them stun. None of them drain anything. So for me, I would say he's probably the worst character out of the 4 that have been added brand new. But hey, he's still a cool character to have. It's still cool to see Hellboy in the game. I love his horns when he gets them. I love that he smokes during the entire game, and that the smoking actually happens when you're just looking at his character and it stays there. Additionally, you get his shards through challenges only and premium hero chests. There is no other way to get him other than those 2 ways right now, guys. So that is it for this video, y'all. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace, guys.